Hello everyone, this video is for people whose moon is in Aquarius or has aspect with Uranus. Comparing to the Aquarius Sun or ASC, Aquarius is very cold and the Sun and ASC is fire energy, so put both of them together is kind of blend with each other and get a better balance, so it's much more better. But the moon is about water energy, so it's about emotions, feelings, intimacy relationships. And people who has Aquarius moon, the scene is like the water is frozen, and in a good way, this kind of people could be really intelligent because the way they think, they could just remove all the feeling, all the sensibility elements, so it could be just 100% logical. But in a bad way, when they're facing the intimacy relationship, it's just like the annoying Disneyland movie Frozen, and they don't know how to deal with those emotional things. There are no logic. They don't know how to express their feeling, and if they do, it feels like it's gonna destroy him, gonna consume him. They don't know how to deal with those passions. It feels like it's going to the disaster direction. And just like Elsa, they may choose to distance people, cut off all the social connections, and suffer all those coldness. And because that is maybe paradise to them, and it feels like those icy place is where they belong. And to the victim, people who want to get closer to those people, it feels like, why you suddenly disappeared? Why you just cut off all the connection? Why you doesn't text me back? Why you doesn't talk to me back? I know you like me. Why you just go away? And Uranus is ruling Aquarius, right? And in the mythology, Uranus is a really awful husband, a really bad father. And I think because people couldn't understand this kind of energy, and turns out become such stories. And people who has Aquarius moon, their marriage has a high risk to become a disaster, like Prince Diana or Britney Spears. And the moon is about motherhood also, so I guess maybe people who has Aquarius moon, it feels like they separate from their mom too early. Like if you are from a rich family, maybe they send their children to boarding school too early, or send them to another country to get education. Or if you just from a poor family, your parents maybe work too hard, they are just like the disappeared parents. And no matter in what way, it feels like they have to grow up by themselves, take care of themselves when they were very, very young. They don't know how to have the emotional connection with their parents. Maybe family feels like it's a very distant thing, and it turns out becomes how you deal with the people around you. So if you are a parent and you find your children already has Aquarius moon, try to keep connect with them. And if you don't want him or she has a disaster family later, try to connect with them. Don't just make them feel you're being alone, you're not supportive. And then I have two examples to help you understand. The first one is a famous Chinese character. We call it Sun Wukong, and English images called the Monkey King. The Monkey King is a powerful character. He could do a lot of magic, better than all other characters in the story. And then some people think he is a superhero, and some people think he is a troublemaker. It's already kind of like Uranus in the Chinese version, right? And then the Monkey King has no parents because he is born from an enormous rock. So already feel that Aquarius moon, right? And then he's a monkey, and he's so much like human being, but not human being, and he have to live among human being. It means that's so Aquarius because he could never fit into the society and to integrate with people around him. He always liked the odd thing in the human being world. And then the most popular version of Monkey King stories is the Stephen Chow version, and luckily he has Aquarius moon also, and then he up to now haven't get married yet. And at the end of the story, he find a copy of himself to stay with the girl, and then he choose to leave the relationship and go back to his sifu to go back to the journey. Another character is the Doctor from Doctor Who, and luckily Doctor Who has a published day, and that's kind of his birthday, so the moon is also in Aquarius. And then we focus on the story. The Doctor is the alien. He is a Time Lord, has 2 hearts, so you can see the similarity with the Monkey King, right? The look is direct talent, just the handsome human look, but he could never become a human being. Remember, the most heartbreaking moment of Doctor Who series is the Doctor have to left Rose alone in the other side of the universe, right? And then later on, the Rose is back and he find a copy of himself. The thing is half Doctor, half Donner, so it is half Time Lord, half human being. So he got all the memory of the Doctor and it could stay with Rose, and he just left those behind and keep on his journey. So that is really interesting, because 2 of these characters have no connection between them, and also you can see the patterns how they deal with relationships. It means that people who has a Aquarius moon doesn't mean they are cruel. Their heart is not empty. On the other hand, they may have a really complicated and profound feeling they don't know how to deal with. So the more they like you, the more they wanna run away, because maybe everything has an ending, and before the relationship become a disaster, I just better to quick to stop it. Anyway, to Aquarius moon, solitude is not a bad thing. Just like Elsa living in her frozen castle, you could do whatever you like in the castle, whenever you like, whatever you like. You could so happy with yourself till the end of time. But another option is you could find someone who has similar setting, also has strong Aquarius energy, just like John Lennon and Yoko. You know, when they get together, they could like cling together, tie up together. And then very likely it might become a very different, unusual relationship, like LGBT relationship, or people who has totally different cultural background, totally different age gap, different generation, that kind of thing. Or maybe just like long distance relationship, they still in love but just see each other 5 times a year. As a geologist, life is all about choice and consequence, so don't let the code bother you, because you always had an other option, other possibility. Hope this video could help you to solve your problem. See you next time.